Welcome back all. This weekend we head down to the Isle of Wight to attend the Isle of Wight Takeover. This is a show that is hosted annually, but we also get up to lots of B-road bashing, explore some amazing scenery and even buy our own flavoured milk. Join us as we jump in our motors, head around the M25 and down to Southampton to catch a short ferry across to the Isle of Wight. We are nearing Southampton and we've got a little bit of time on our side, so we decide let's stop off at a boozer and this will be the perfect place to exchange our gifts. Now the rules are simple, gotta be under £10 and you've got to use it on the trip.
We're just having a little drink and the Duke of Wellington waiting for the ferry, and we just exchanged gifts. What did you get, Dan?
I've got a little pocket knife.
Oh, nice. What did everyone else get?
I love cock mugs.
What's that? Yes. What's that say? Size matters.
Size matters and little condoms. Little dicky shots, even willy straws.
Yes.
Lots of vinegar.
We'll leave the best till last.
Oh, massive cock.
What do you get?
Oh yeah, I've got this little Fiesta. Look how cool that is.
How's that for a transition?
Woo! We've made it to the ferry port here at Southampton and all the Mk2 Fiestas are parked up together. We've got Connor's Mk2 Fiesta, my Mk2 Fiesta and Daniel's one right at the back. Stuart's parked elsewhere, so he's decided to clamber into my motor, haven't ya? What are you doing in my car? We're just in the queue now for the ferry. It shouldn't take too long and we'll be on our way to the Isle of Wight. It's Lauren's first time on a ferry, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, let's get to the Isle of Wight.
Here we go, boys. Oh, nice take sound here, Moosh. Yeah, boys.
That's how you do it. Lovely. What's going on, guys? It's now Saturday morning, so we got here pretty late last night. We've got a couple of caravans for the weekends this time round, and yeah, we just got settled in, had a lovely Domino's, and pretty much that was it. Anyway, we've woken up now and we're going to go over to the showgrounds because we need to pick up our wristbands, and they also give you loads of useful leaflets of good photo locations and bits and bobs like that. So yeah, honestly, this caravan site is full of classic, modified, retro cars. It's just been flooded for the weekends. We're going to make our way to the showground now, and I'm sure we'll see plenty of cool cars along the way. We've just cleaned off the cars because it got a little bit damp last night, but just dried the Mk2 off. There's Connor's Mk2, Daniel's Mk2, and then Stuart and his ST. So I think we're just about to head out now. So just a little reminder, if anyone books onto the lower Hyde in Shanklin, the Parkdean Caravan site, these speed bumps are horrible. Proper bad. Right, so we just got our programme and our wristbands for the weekend, which have just flown everywhere. Proper long queue, but we're going to go get a milkshake now, I reckon. It's been raining a little bit, but it's meant to dry up, so let's see how the day goes. Have a look. There it is. Right, that's quite nice.
Oh, mate, look at the colour of it.
Whee, there you go. Oh, look at that.
Look at that beauty.
We've just got our milk. Whee, look at that. Here is our cow's milk, which is in Cows on the Isle of Wight. It's actually just across the road from the showgrounds. This little self-service box, and yeah, it's really fresh milk, proper nice. You can add your flavours. We've just stopped here, queued up. Yeah, got our milk. Yeah. So we've just had our milk and we're going to head to Needles now. Off to Needles, and then we're going to come back down Military Road, and then we'll stop off at loads of locations, get loads of flybys, get the drone out and just have a good time. We've just stopped on Military Road, so there's loads of little pull-ins and car parks. Basically this weekend they've all been taken over, loads of other cars that are attending the Isle of Wight Takeover. And we've just parked up here, gonna have a little wander around the car park. Look at that view, can't beat it. What a location this is. So if you do Isle of Wight show next year, then definitely come here. Basically it's along Military Road, you won't miss it, and there's just people here all day ragging it up and down the road. But it's also good to see all of the motors that people have brought out for this weekend. So we're going to cruise back down Military Road now. Going to get some fuel, I think, and then we're going to go to Culver Downs, I think it's called. Basically you'll probably recognise it when we get there, so let's get back on the road. We've just arrived at Culver Down, and this is possibly one of my favourite spots over on the Isle of Wight. I'll show you around the car park and I'll show you where everyone gets their photos. You've probably seen this location before online because, yeah, it's just perfect for a good photo. All our little squad are parked up here, and you can see like the UK coastline all along there. Probably won't pick it up too well on the GoPro, but we've also stumbled across another Ford group. These are called the Ford Fanatics. I don't think they're based too far away from us. I think they're Hertfordshire, Bedfordshire, Cambridgeshire bound. They're really cool motors, a nice variety, Connect van, which I really like, and obviously two Sierra Cosworths over here. Look at that. Anyway, I'm going to take a little walk along here and show you guys where everyone always gets their photos. I mean, it is a little bit overcast here today. It's coming towards the end of the day. It's around about 4 or 5 o'clock now, but in the sun, this place is amazing. And there is the UK coastline along there. But what everyone comes for is these two like concrete structures, basically. I think there was guns positioned there in the war, and they used to shoot down the German planes. But you can now put your cars in them and get a really, really cool photo. And as you can see, a load of Fords, all part of the Ford Fanatics, that are getting their photos in one of these, I don't know what they're called, I'm just going to call them a structure, but yeah, it looks so cool, literally. And you can climb up this hill, which I think I'm going to do now. We'll get up there and have a look. There you go. They're just getting their photos and that now, lining the cars up. The only thing you've got to be careful of is a couple of like stumps left on the ground, so yeah, as you can see, people just guiding them in. But there is another one over there, but that's got more stumps and stuff to avoid, so this second one's definitely the better one. Yeah, it gets really busy because it's like a one-way system, but yeah, really cool photo opportunity here. And there we go, look at that. We've got the Mk2 Fiestas in front of Stuart's ST. As I say, this is literally such a good view here on the Isle of Wight, so it's definitely a must-do if you're coming next year. This is just another little view, really, really cool. Look at that. Yeah, boy. Oh, look at that. Series 1 RS Turbo. Nice. That's some of the Ford Fanatics. Sending it. Happy days. Right, we better get in our motors to let some other people enjoy this photo location. What's going on, guys? So it's now the morning of the show day. It's Sunday, and yeah, we're basically gonna get to the show now. The blue skies are out and I can already hear the motors starting up. As you can tell, it's a proper sunny morning. We've got a time slot of 8:40 to be at the showground, so just getting the Mk2 Fiestas warmed up and we'll get on the road. We are finally all parked up. There's a massive queue to get into the show this year, but yeah, and a bit of a free-for-all, to be honest. As you can see, loads of people are just double parked, abandoning their vehicles. But we've been joined by Tony in his Mk2 Fiesta, which is called Jim. So pretty cool to see another Mk2 Fiesta out with us at the Isle of Wight Takeover. Anyway, as you can see, there's loads of cars here. I've already seen some lovely classic Fords, so let's have a mooch around and see what's turned up today. How's this for a couple of modified vans? So you've got this Fiesta van, which has got a Puma front end, and you've also got the Courier version, and that's got the front end of a Puma on it as well. The bloke's just been showing us around this Fiesta van. It was originally a Mk2 Fiesta van. It was just going a bit into more detail about how hard it is to put the Puma front ends. It's not as easy as bolting on the wings. He said basically along here, that side is Fiesta front wing still, and then this is Puma. He said that there's loads of different modifications and fabrication you need to put this front end on it, but I'm just saying to him, it's brilliant to see one here, and also the Puma engine in there with the Puma front end just really finishes it off. Here is a Mk1 Fiesta with a huge twist. I think this has got a motorbike engine in there. I'm going to say it, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's got a motorbike engine in it. Absolutely lovely in this green colour with the wide arches. Have a little look inside. Look at that, all stripped out. Carbon fibre on the door cards. Really am liking this. Show you around the other side of that engine. There you go, as you can see, a really lovely Simpson exhaust manifold. Can't believe this must go like absolute stink. And next to the Mk1 Fiesta, we've got a stunning Mk3 Fiesta RS Turbo. Got the Moret headlights and a very chromed out engine bay with a little Turbo Technics plate on there as well. Quite cool. We seem to have stumbled across quite a lot of classic Fords here at this stand. We've got 100E, and we've also got this really standard looking Mk2 Escort Mordor, which I'm absolutely loving. I've already looked inside it. It's bloody mint with the chocolate brown interior. Doesn't look like there's a mark on it. Really clean condition. They've also got this Honda bike engine powered Mini, which is really cool. It's like a mini pickup. I think it's space framed at the back. Absolutely brilliant. And next to that, we've got a Mk1 Cortina. This is certainly the best stand I've looked around yet. And this is a group that we saw the other day up at Culver Downs, the Ford Fanatics. This, I only just spotted a glimpse of this Series 1 Escort RS Turbo. It's absolutely lovely. And one thing I'm really loving is the Compomotive wheels. I think they suit it really well. Looking around this Fiesta gear, it's a Mk3 Fiesta, and look, it's still got the Premier motors from Newport in the Isle of Wight, the dealer sticker in the rear window. It's a Mordor, and it's got all like the RS kit on it, which looks really cool. It's also got a set of Cosworth alloys on it. Also in this little section, got a little Mk1 Fiesta. Looks like a bit of a project. It's got like the window rubbers missing and half the interior isn't there, so I assume it's halfway through. Also got a Rally Mk2 Escort, and we've also got this Sierra, which is in pieces as well. Looks like possibly might have just had a respray. Look at that. Looks so big compared to the little Mk1 Fiesta over there. It's got the lumen in it still, and that. Here's a glimpse inside of the Mk1 Fiesta. As you can see, door cards aren't there, and it doesn't have the rear seats or anything. But yeah, it'd be cool to know what's going on with this. Maybe if there's a little bit of information on it. Even though I'm a massive Ford fan, I've got a lot of time for this E30 BMW, and it's just sitting nice and low on these shiny BBS alloys. That's all you need to do. Keep it clean, keep it low, and it just looks so good. I found another Mk1 Fiesta on the Reunion stand here at the Isle of Wight. Now they do their own show. And look at this wide-arched Mk1 Fiesta, looking really cool. It's also got a silver top Zetec engine in the bay. It's been done really, really nicely. I'm loving the wide arches, and it's also pretty much stripped out inside. There's nothing in the back. It's got a roll cage in there and the 80s Recaro seats, which look lovely. I'm really liking this. A lovely looking Mk2 Fiesta RS Turbo, and behind it we've got something really max power. This is of course a C, but it's got like this crazy front bumper on it. It actually looks really cool. I'm loving the mirrors as well. It's not often you see cars sort of done to this spec anymore. I'm really quite liking that. I'm just looking at this Mk2 Fiesta, and I'm really loving it straight away. Love the wheels and also the offset of the rear wheels. Got a nice bit of camp on there, but we've also got an engine swap under here. It's got a cheeky ST170. As you can see, that camber on the rear wheels, really low, and it's also got twin exhaust exit at the back. I don't know what it is about that. I think it's really cool, nice and low, and it's also got that ST170 engine in it. Going from a Mk2 Fiesta to a Mk2 Fiesta van, this is really cool. I've seen this one before. I don't know why, it's just parked here out of the way at the show, and it's not really getting much attention at the moment, but I absolutely love it. I think, yeah, I believe there is a Puma engine in there without the engine cover, but I absolutely love this. Just the attention to detail. It's got the smoke rear lights, it's colour coded, the mirrors and the door handles. I just think, just look at that. You just can't get better than that. That just looks so cool. I just realised as well, obviously it's got the Zetec S bumpers on there. Because they're colour coded, they sort of just blend in and tie in so well with the rest of the vehicle. I almost didn't spot them. It's also got the Zetec skirts and also the rear bumper, obviously, this section and the lower bit. Just looks so good. And if we come along a couple of cars, we've got this little Mk1 Fiesta, looking very standard. And yeah, it's just really great to see one of these. Obviously the first generation Fiesta. Now they're not producing the Fiestas anymore. This is going to become quite the rare old beast. And another classic Ford duo in this Fiesta RS Turbo and the ST170, which is quite a rarity these days. People seem to be scrapping these and nicking the engines out of, so it's nice to see a original example here. Here we go, a non-Ford classic in this Mk1 Caddy. That is wicked. Now, I'm not really into VWs, so people will have to let me know what engine that is. Some sort of TDI engine. Proper cool. Loving the colour it's been resprayed in as well, and them chrome wheels. We've had a little bit of a spontaneous afternoon here on the Isle of Wight, so we enjoyed the show. It was all good, and yeah, enjoyed it. But we left at about 1ish because we had pretty much had enough and wanted to explore a little bit more of the island. So we went back to Military Road and we chilled there with the boys for a bit. It was great and really good to see that the sun was out finally, because we went there yesterday and it's quite overcast. Anyway, we've decided to book onto an earlier ferry this evening, just want to get back home, and we've got a bit of time to kill now. So we've driven down to Ryde, and this is just so spontaneous. The first thing we saw was a pier, and you can drive on it. I don't know, I've never found a pier that you can drive on. So I'm just going to get out and show you guys where we are right now. We're on a pier. Like, it must be so long. I don't know, like, the specs of this or whatever, but we're pretty far out. And yeah, it's an absolutely lovely evening. You can even see Portsmouth over there. Yeah, as I say, you can see most of the UK coastline now because it's a really clear day. You can see the Portsmouth Tower, not quite sure on the actual name, but it's just brilliant. Been watching loads of boats coming to and from. I think there's even one about the dock on the end of the pier. So yeah, I just think this is so cool. Got the drone up. Me and Lauren were just like, what? You can drive on this pier? It's proper crazy. I'll leave the postcode for this place, anyone watching this video, because I've been over to the Isle of Wight quite a few times now and I've never been on this pier. But just look at that. Great spot for photo locations for your car and just a really cool place to drive up, to be honest. So I am learning as I go along. We've come to the end of the pier and basically this is Whitelink ferries and this is for foot passengers, one of the options you can go for. And if we just have a look here, obviously this boat is just docked up, but over there you can see Portsmouth. I'm getting it confused now. Oh, there's actually a hovercraft going over now. Oh, I might have to run to the other side. You can just about see that there's a hovercraft coming across. So yeah, that's Portsmouth over there. Somewhere over there is Southampton. There's no real big buildings to sort of give away where it is, but I just think this is such a great place to come.